If you've ever thought your weekend got out of hand, let me tell you about the time my best friend's bachelorette party turned into what can only be described as a logistical miracle that somehow didn't make national news. It started in Nashville, Tennessee, which, if you've never been, is like America's official headquarters for bachelorette parties. You can't walk 2 blocks without passing a pedal tavern full of people in matching t-shirts singing 90s pop songs at the top of their lungs. That weekend, we were one of them. The bride-to-be, Amanda Parker, had been my friend since freshman year at Ohio State. She's the most organized person I know, color-coded Google calendars, labeled spice jars, and vacation itineraries so detailed they have bathroom break reminders. So naturally, her party had a full schedule. Brunch, rooftop bar hopping, a line dancing class, and a surprise activity at 8 p.m. Her maid of honor, Kelly, handed out laminated itineraries as soon as we landed. Laminated. I should have known right then that the schedule wouldn't survive first contact with reality. We'd booked this beautiful Victorian house near Broadway Street. At least, it looked beautiful in the pictures. In real life, the place had historic charm, which is a nice way of saying some of the doors don't close and the plumbing makes whale noises. When we tried to get in, the smart lock refused to work. Kelly called the host, who insisted the code was correct. Meanwhile, a group of other women in matching shirts walked up, looking very confused. Yep. 2 separate bachelorette parties had been booked into the same house. It was like a sitcom standoff. 8 of us on one side, 6 of them on the other, both groups holding pink balloons and wearing tiaras. The landlord eventually sorted it out, but not before we all ended up sharing a porch for 40 minutes, swapping awkward "So, what's your bride's name?" questions. We finally got inside, got dressed, and headed for the pedal tavern. One of those giant bikes where everyone pedals while a driver steers. It's supposed to be an hour of fun, music, and slow cruising past confused pedestrians. But about 10 minutes in, the chain broke. Picture this. A group of women dressed in sparkly cowgirl hats, sitting completely still on a giant, immobile contraption in the middle of downtown Nashville, while our driver calmly calls for backup. A group of tourists walked by and asked, "Is this a new kind of street performance?" We just waved like nothing was wrong. After lunch, we hit a rooftop bar with live music. Amanda, the bride, disappeared for about 20 minutes. Not unusual since she's the type to make friends with every stranger she meets. When she came back, she was holding a paper bag, with cowboy boots inside. She had somehow convinced a shop owner 2 blocks away to let her borrow them for the weekend if she promised to send them back. The man literally gave her his business card and said, "I trust you." Nashville is wild. The big 8 p.m. surprise was a group line dancing class at a famous honky-tonk. The instructor, a cheerful man named Earl, had the patience of a saint. He quickly realized about 5 minutes in that our group had 0 coordination. At one point, Amanda spun the wrong way and accidentally collided with a random man in the class, who turned out to be a country singer visiting from Texas. He laughed it off, but within minutes he had half the class doing a freestyle 2-step while the rest of us tried to keep up. We didn't keep up. The next morning, we decided to recover with some pool time. Unfortunately, our Airbnb didn't have one. But across the street was a hotel that did. Kelly, ever the strategist, hatched a plan. She walked into the lobby like she owned the place, said "Room 214, forgot my key." And the desk clerk handed her a new one without question. 5 minutes later, all 8 of us were lounging in pool chairs like we'd paid for the privilege. About an hour in, an actual guest from room 214 showed up. There was an awkward silence, followed by Kelly saying, "Oh, we must have gotten the wrong room number." The man just shrugged, grabbed a towel, and joined us. By Sunday, we were tired, sunburned, and carrying more Nashville souvenirs than our carry-ons could handle. At the airport, Amanda hugged us all and said, "This was perfect. Absolutely perfect." Which is hilarious, because none of it went according to plan. The laminated itinerary? Useless after the first hour. The surprise activity? More like a surprise cardio workout. The classy weekend Amanda envisioned? Let's just say the cowboy boots are still sitting in her closet, waiting to be shipped back. We've all been to perfectly planned events where every detail is timed to the minute. But the best memories often come from the unplanned moments, The broken pedal tavern, the accidental house sharing, the pool borrowing. Amanda's wedding was beautiful, but I guarantee when we're all old and looking back, it's the Nashville weekend we'll laugh about the most. So if you're planning a bachelorette party, my advice? Bring a backup plan. And maybe a screwdriver for that pedal tavern chain.